stream. Today, I didn't even move these things, but I'm going to practice yet again. By the way, I have different colors here, so you guys can see it. With my precision rings, the large one, you see the diameter, and then the medium one, okay, and then the very 1 millimeter diameter, okay, that barely can ball can go through. So anyways, I love this to practice every single day. My precision increased. I thought that I was very precise, but now I'm actually even more precise when it comes with my precision rings. So what am I going to do today? I'm going to do a stop shot, follow, and then back or actually backspin or draw shot. Okay. Hi, welcome to the channel. So I just literally started a few minutes ago. So what were we gonna do? Basically this stop shot. Was this good? Not necessarily because the ball moved a little bit, but what I'm gonna do is increase my speed, and this is what happens even worse, right? So what am I doing wrong? Even though I'm precise with going through the ring into the pocket, what's the problem here? Well, the problem here is that when I'm aiming, basically I'm aiming at the bottom left. That means that my precision that I just started, uh, my aiming is very off. And this was perfect. So anyways, to make it a little bit harder, just for those that just joined, by the way, stick around, do a thumbs up if you don't mind. So this is really, really hard where I'm trying to make two balls at the same time, which is basically a double, and go through that, okay? So um, I actually am going to the post office. I had many orders last night, um, which I'm really, really happy about. Not just because of the orders of these. It's not about that. It's actually me helping people with this because I know how much these rings that I printed out are like amazing. Like, no, I'm not joking. They're really, really good. Um, my precision increased by a lot, and I'm not just doing that, like, just going like this. As you can see, I'm also doing a backdrop, okay, or drawback, so like this. But that's not all I can do with the precision. In my previous video, what I also did is, for example, the cut shot. So basically, you align this tool, or what I actually named it was aiming precision rings. You're aiming it at the pocket, and then even though it's super easy to actually make this ball into this pocket, but making it through this ring, okay, it's not that easy, okay? So let's try without touching it. It wasn't too bad, right? Wasn't too bad. So, and then you do this about 10 times, and it's always in the same spot. So let's try it again. And if you fail, that's fine too. As you can see, I'm actually uh, kind of uh, good at this. So as you can see, making, and by the way, the size of this ring. Hi everyone. Hi Joseph. Welcome back. By the way, welcome back to all of you that come. Uh, I'm going to do another session, not a whole lot because I will do, thank you for the likes. Um, I'm going to do another session of this. And then also, you know what? Yesterday, I did a, yesterday, I did really good where people were asking me questions. I love those. Um, I really do love those questions. And by the way, yesterday I did a cool video where I used one of the small rings, right, which is only 1 millimeter, or very, very narrow. And then I did a three rail shot. So one, two, and then three go through that into the pocket, right? So this, like, for example, like I'm saying, yesterday I wasn't showing this off as much. So this would be something like a cut shot, right? You're practicing cut shot. Now, why did I miss that? Well, I'm pretty sure why is because this ring is not set up right. I didn't even look. You have to set it up in a way that, you know, it goes through just fine. Okay. This, to people that think that it's super easy, it's not. Think about it. You're playing with the table, pool table balls, right? But the diameter of this in itself, just the biggest one, right, is just a snooker table, right? So snooker table pocket, let alone the other ones. If you have any questions, please do ask. And I truly, truly appreciate when people do a thumbs up. So if you stick around and whatnot, do ask me some questions, um, and we can go over. So I made what, three balls through this ring just fine. But have you noticed one thing? The cue ball went this way, right? Which is fine, right? But what if I hit this ball, but I want cue ball control to go this way? What am I gonna do here? So all I'm going to do is do a top or pure left, right? Or top left. So let's try that. Well, the pocket, I mean, I pocketed, the cue ball went the way I wanted it, but my precision was a little bit off. Why? Because I knocked this guy off. Um, so like I said, there's many. You know what? I'm actually, I haven't thought of this up until just this recent second. What I'm going to do when I ship these out to people, actually, I'm going to send also to my current uh, people that order this. I'm going to create like drills, okay? So some of you might not like think about like, what kind of drills can I make with this? Well, you can, you know, um, you can do something like this one, for example. Like I said, just cutting shots, right? And then do a little bit more so you see where it's now, right? I have to just align it right. There you go. So now the distance is this. This is like super, super hard, and I hope I make it just fine. Yeah. Thank you for the likes and all of that. All right, I made what, 10 balls already in. That means that, I switch a little bit um, into a different position. So what I do then later, or now actually, I am actually changing from this distance, which is much easier, okay, to this distance, okay. Why does the distance between this and the ring matter? Is because on a large distance between the object ball and the pocket in itself, sometimes even if you throw a little bit of a left or right spin, or you don't hit the ball the way you're supposed to, it's gonna go left or right. So I don't know how you guys can, how you guys are watching this. I tried in, what's it called, horizontal way, okay? But the problem with that was that, I don't know, nobody was there for like 20 minutes. Where, when when I'm doing like a vertical, I guess people find me. I don't know if you guys could comment. Where did you find this video? I'm assuming some of you are obviously my subscribers. Um, so let's do a stop shot. And that's what I mean. Exactly what I meant. The cue ball went this way, which means that I put the left. And when the 8 ball hit that part, yeah, sure, I made it. But again, this is not good. The 8 ball went to the right side. Anyways, heat the shot. Uh, what do you mean heat the shot? You mean pre-shot? By the way, Oh, I forgot. I totally forgot about this. I should have gone upstairs and do that. But one of my one of the people actually that watched this live video after I uploaded, or actually after I was done, one of the people said that um, one of the people said that you can't really hear me, especially if I'm like right there. So do let me know if you can't hear me. I will go upstairs real quick, or maybe for the next live. I'm trying to do these lives, not every day, obviously, but trying to do these lives as much as I want to, or as I can. Okay, so here's a draw shot. Okay, perfect draw shot. I was explaining. Jason actually asked me about yesterday about some of that. Um, Draw shot, basically you just 1.5 tip, or actually half a tip is for the stop shot depending on the speed, and full tip below the center is for the draw shot, right? Or spin back, I don't know, people say it differently everywhere. So how was your how is your weekend, guys? How is everything? I hope you might find some time today to play pool. I hope I have. You guys are pool players. um, I know I'm going to in about few hours. Once I finish these orders from last night, I'm actually going to the post office in the next 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and I'm going to send these out. Okay. Um, I do, like I said, nobody wants to wait. So, and I know people are excited. Obviously, I'm not, you know, first of all, when I woke up early, and one order was for the black color, which is same like here, and the other one was red. And for the very first time, very first time, some guy ordered some guy ordered green. Okay, now I love green, but if my pool table cloth is uh, blue, just to have some contrast, I wouldn't say like don't order green on green, but then we're talking like super. What's it called? Like, imagine you're not even seeing this. Okay, I don't know. It's tricky on the eyes. Okay. Um, so, like some people, for example, I'm using a carbon fiber shaft, right? But like some people, they have what's it called, the wooden shaft, and for that might be better as far as the color goes, because when they do like a follow through, right? Like follow through, they say they can see better than wood. I mean, than the carbon fiber. For me, it's the opposite, because it's black color, right, or dark, depending on what kind of carbon fiber, onto the, it's a contrast to the white. So, for me personally, I like carbon fiber a whole lot better, not only because of the low deflection. Um, and by the way, there's a video I posted, and about the new carbon fiber cue that I got just a few days ago, and I'm going to do a full review on it. One thing I noticed that people listen. I understand carbon fiber, costs, but it doesn't need to be, okay. One thing I would strongly advise is when you are ordering an actual carbon fiber shaft, which is this, be careful about that, okay? Because um, there's two things. Let me unscrew this one real quick. Oops. There's two things to the carbon fiber. Um, okay. First of all, you see here inside, okay, this here is basically a full carbon fiber. So the whole part here is carbon fiber. Okay. Where a lot of people or a lot of sellers, they would sell it for, I don't know, very cheap, right? It's like super cheap. But only the top part, the top layer, could be a carbon fiber, but inside they put a wood. I don't like that personally. Then it defeats the purpose of carbon fiber, number one, and number two, it defeats the purpose of deflection, right? Uh, so that's number one. And number two is the testing, okay? So when you are doing this, it should not sound like a plastic, okay? It should sound pretty much like a carbon fiber. So by the way, I'm screwing these on. Be careful about those when you're ordering something. Me personally, like the company I ordered carbon fiber from, um, the whole queue, I was like a little bit skeptical because I wanted to review a queue that's on the budget, right? Um, and I asked my very first question was like, is it full carbon fiber or is it like, is it just filled with the carbon fiber, and is it plastic, right? Because when you think about it, on the plastic, right? This is, by the way, high grade plastic, which is PET G, right? See, it sounds like that, right? Where this, it you can see the sound is different, right? I don't unfortunately have a plastic one, uh, but I have many of them, many of the carbon fiber shots that I don't know. I love to play with that. What about you guys? By the way, thank you all for the likes. Appreciate, like, if you guys are here and stick around. Uh, do hit the, I don't know. Is it here on this side? I don't know where the like buttons are. I'm not a pro at this live streaming. You guys are watching someone that is passionate about helping people in pool community, and talk about all kind of pool related stuff and help with people. So what am I gonna do next? I'm going to do another draw shot set. Basically, it helps me for today when I go back to practice. I'm going to do this on a 9 foot table. So this is the reason why you will never see me almost play pool on this table. Is just because the pockets are too big, number one, which I'm going to resize in 2026. I'm gonna make these super small, like very, very small, smaller than a diamond table or Ranson or Brunswick's, like literally. Well, Brunswick, this is Brunswick's size. I hate it. um, if you're looking for something to become really good pool player, resize your pockets. Okay, there's also pocket resizers. I showed it many times on a stream. Um, they're around somewhere, where basically you put them on. They they're good for practicing, but to play a game, they really, I don't know. I would never. I mean, I played games with it, but like, it just threw me off. I don't like it at all. Like, So let's set this up. Draw shot. Okay. Again, I don't know why did I miss that one. Oh, there's this, like that. Okay, draw shot. Perfect. Draw shot. So, and then I'm gonna do a little bit uh, more of a distance, right? If you guys can see. Now the distance is about 2 feet. Yeah, about 2 feet. So I have to make it through this pocket. I mean, through the ring, straight with the draw shot. Nope, didn't see. That's the part that I hate about my draw shot sometimes. Especially when I talk and don't focus. Um, I just, you know, I need to, when I play pool, I'm extremely quiet. I try to not think about literally anything, um, especially if I'm in a tournament. I try to always kind of like, ease my mind, because in a pool, that's where all starts, okay? Um, it really starts with kind of with the mindset first. It's not about me having some what's it called, like not an anxiety, but like just a moment. Okay. Uh, Not an anxiety or anything, or like being afraid about my, who my opponent is and this and that. Like, it doesn't matter if I play someone with the Fargo 725. I really don't care. Personally, to me, a Fargo 200 could beat me because of the race. Uh, race, I don't know, 10 to 2. All I have to do is make two mistakes, like, and they would beat me the same way the Fargo 725, who runs the table for three times in a row, including myself. Then I have to do three in a row, which is not something that uh, feasible at this point. So, what do you guys have? By the way, thanks for the likes. If you're coming in, please do send some likes and those. So I'm going to do a forward shot through the ring. Cue ball should go through, uh, and hopefully both of the cue ball and the eight ball is not going to touch. Okay, I did it, just a little bit. So I do follow as well. It's so stun, back, and follow is something that I do practice. Follow for me is especially if I'm cheating the pocket, which is basically what I was explaining yesterday. Um, Cheating the pocket is, like I said, even though this is a very straight shot, I can hit this ball just a little bit offset, and the cue ball should go somewhere else, meaning not through the hoop, right? Or through the ring here. So if I set something like this, okay, I'm trying to make the cue ball to go to onto the right side. Okay, see, the cue ball went through the onto the right side, but I made a pocket, but I hate that I did not make it through that. Okay, what does that mean? Either it wasn't aligned right, or I just didn't, do it the right way. What are you guys up to today? Anyone playing pool? Please do let me know. Let me try it again. So this is gonna be again top right. Um, Eight ball should go through the pocket, and the cue ball should follow right there. Okay, that's the practice right now. There you go. Now that's what I was liking more. Yeah, I knocked it off, but that doesn't matter. Um, we could also do like a cut shot, right? I don't know. So it's not straight anymore. When you're doing these cut shots, um, it's it is hard because especially if you're doing it really slow. What happens when the cue ball hits this ball very slow? Okay, and not with the spin or anything like that. When even though I'm hitting it in the right direction, okay, what will happen to the object ball, in this case eight ball, doesn't matter. It's going to actually throw when I hit it, right? It's not gonna go straight. It's gonna go a little bit, it goes that way. Okay. Um, in And there's a lot of terminologies around that, but one terminology for sure is induced throw. Okay, so for example, I'm gonna try to make it through that hoop with the cut. Okay, which is fine, but you saw the speed. Okay, that's probably why. And I also now You saw the cue ball went this way, right? Okay, now I'm gonna try to make the cue ball to go back right here, okay? What am I gonna do there? I'm going to uh, I'm going to do a bottom left, okay? Okay, see where the cue ball went? So like I said, you can do with this whatever, you know, me personally, for example, I can actually show you right now. Let's do this for another few minutes. Hi, snooker champion. Hi, political. Hi. I'm trying to just do better. I'll show you one of my worst. So if you play me and against me, there's one particular, uh, particular, I don't know, play that for whatever reason, I don't know why, I just don't. It doesn't matter, where I'm playing or anything. Um, I'm gonna set this up, okay, through the ring. Well, it must be like more like this. It's like that. Let me just make sure it goes there. Okay. Let me take you back here. Okay. It's this one. Okay. So I am pretty much. I'll show you. I'm pretty much. This is a first diamond. Okay. to to that first diamond, right? For whatever reason, I don't know why. Don't ask. I just don't know why. I mean, I'll probably make it now, okay? Just to make sure that this is aligned. Um, but me personally, this is one of them that I do practice a lot, okay? Because I notice, doesn't matter. I could make three rails, long three, short three. I can do all of that, right? I can do trick shots. I can do all kind. But this one in particular, nope. I don't know why. Um, but I'll try to make it now. There. You see that? I always overcut or undercut. I don't know why. Okay. Let's put this one like, I don't know, right here, okay? So it's a harder cut, right? It's much harder cut. Let me just move you a little bit because the phone is. So it's much harder cut, right? But this here, I have no problems by making it. But as soon as the ball is somewhere around here, so 1.5 diamonds to that, I that's my weak spot. So if you want to win, just leave something right here, and um, I'll not make it. All right, let's concentrate. Maybe I will this time. Nope. Like I said, I'm not joking even, but that's one of my weaknesses in pool. I don't know why. It doesn't come up often, but when it does, I do. When it does, I take time. Like, if I'm not playing in a UPA, which is basically 30 minutes and 30 seconds per shot, I literally, you know what? If I had that part, I would go, about 5 to 10 seconds, I would be standing, and then I would align myself. And then at the very probably last second, um, I would I would actually uh, do something like, I would actually make it. Just it depends also who am I playing against, and everything. So, what is your hardest? Like what is your weakness in pool? So here's follow through without scratching. So, um, what is your weakness as far as that goes? By the way, I don't know if I'll have to check on that. Okay, I don't know. Maybe I did saw that, like, only people that are subscribed can can uh send a what is it called, a like, not a like, but a chat. I don't know. I need to really figure that thing out because it makes no sense. Last night when I did live stream, I had 24, 25,000 people in my stream in 1 hour, right? Um, and to me, that's a lot, a lot of people. But I had about 100 chats, which I appreciate regardless. And by the way, thank you for the likes and all 130 of you that are here. Uh, I just, maybe I disabled something and I'm kind of worried about that because I really want to. I'm pretty sure like some of you have questions. Uh, not just like me watching, practicing. So here's a follow through again, which was bad. But anyways, listen, I actually keep on hearing upstairs my printer is printing the order for, wish he would be here, but for Jason. Um, and once it's done, I'm going to a, okay, here's a follow through with the, basically cue ball should go that way, or at least touch that ring. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna, I have to, by 12 o'clock, because I'm on the East Coast, I have to go to the post office to send that out. Currently, it's printing. It's gonna be a fresh print from today. And then, by the way, for those that are interested in this, basically uh, you get 3 rings, 7.99. Uh, and for me, like I said, the shipping itself was 7.20. And then on top of that, like the filament in itself, this is PETG, which is the hardest. So you can actually take it on the extreme. I actually can put this in the oven at 200 and it's not gonna melt, or 300. It's not gonna melt. Okay, so it's safe in the car. uh, you can also put it in the freezer, it doesn't matter. I built it for myself first. And by the way, it comes with the different colors. So whatever you want, let me know. If you guys have any questions or you want me to uh, do some other drills, let me know. But what I am going to do, I'm gonna send this to current and new customers or pool players. I don't call them customers because those are real pool players. I also have some professionals using it, um, that I can't name, but you might see them actually with one of these. Anyways, I'm going to create a drill book. Okay, I think that would be cool. Where I create the drill book, kind of like what I said before. Like, okay, let's start with the stop shot. Okay, um, was this good? And then, I would say that wasn't good because number one, I touched the ring, and number two, the cue ball actually moved, right? What would be a perfect draw shot would be some, I mean, not draw shot, stop shot. Sorry, not draw shot. Stop shot would be something like, let me just set this up right. There you go. Something like this. Kind of. Okay, I made it through, but the ball went a little bit off. Just a little bit. A little bit, this much. It's not bad. If it goes like that, to the left, right, back, not good. But you're trying to do a draw shot. So, anyways, I'm gonna head out. So, thank you again for the likes. Thank you again for stopping by. And I appreciate you. So if you guys are interested, you can actually find this in my YouTube channel. And thank you for subscribing, liking, and everything. I wish you perfect weekend. Okay.